Okay, now another example of ماضي مضموم العين رقودة. رقودة. This is ماضي مضموم العين. قاف is مضموم. Okay, can we say this?
رقودة يقودون رقودة رقودة رقودان
رقدنا.
رقودة رقودنا
رقدتما.
رقودان رقودون
رقدتم.
رقودكم رقودتين رقودكما رقودكم
رقدنا. Okay. Okay, what about this one? Question number 2. Just done. We just go to another example of ماضي مضموم العين. Okay, you say rather. ضعوفة.
تعوفا تعوفوا تعوفت تعوفنا
ضعوفتا.
تعوفتا تعوفنا تعوفت تعوفتما تعوفتم
يعني ضعف ضعفتم.
ضعفت ضعفتما ضعفتم ضعفتي ضعفتما ضعفتن ضعفتم ضعفتنا
ضعفنا. Okay, question number 3. Okay. You ready for this one? Okay, who is sharing? Mm-hmm. Good. And what else? Yep, Patnamas Kafaru, very good. The masdar is kufrun. Masdar is kufrun.
So the Arab is maf'ul and
Yep.
and it's Marzi Jama Muzakkar.
Yep. Kafaru, Jama Muzakkar Ghaib. The first one is unzila. Okay, the second one is kafaru, very good. And you identify this Jama Muzakkar Ghaib. And okay, ayat number 3. What I can do for you. लिखने वाला कौन सा फॉर्म? Okay, so you have done unzila. The second one was kafaru. Yep. Third one. Anzartahum. Anzartahum. Okay. Okay. Everything say the details. Very good. And who else? Fatama, very good. Okay. Fatama, Fatama. Yep. Yep. Wahid Muzakkar Ghaib. The next. 251. So we jump to there.
I just found one in the book.
Try to go. Amana, you mean? Amanna or Amana, which one?
I mean, the verse is Amanna, but the Fa and Lam, I said,
No, Amana Sufa, Aminuka. So you mean Amana. Okay. Yep.
this is the Mali, Jama,
No, Amana. Say Amana Sufaha is the word here. Amana. Okay, just to Wahid Muzakkar Ghaib. Amanna Jama Mutakallim. If you وَمِنَ النَّاسِ مَنْ يَقُولُ آمَنَّا. If you mean that one, so I can write down that one. But you said Amana. This is a word, the verb coming after that. Amana.
There are three forms of this.
Yep. Yep.
The first is I number 8 is Amanna,
Yep.
Jama Mutakallim.
Very good.
I number 9 is Amanu, Jama Mutakallim.
No, basically there is no Aman here. Which say again, which
Ayat
one?
number 9.
Oh yes, ayat number 9. Okay. Yep, yep. يخادعون الله والذين آمنوا. You mean that one?
I don't have it.
Okay, that's fine. This.
Amanu, like with a bow.
Yep. That's fine. Okay, huh? The third one. وإذا قيل لهم آمنوا كما آمن السفهاء. آمنا. Okay, now go to the any other verb. Khalau, that's fine. But this is very hard for you. We didn't teach you yet about khalau.
Dhahaba.
Yeah, dhahaba, very good. Yes, dhahaba. Yes, sir. Go to the details.
Dhahaba means put away. Kakalman ka, Ankalman ka, Lamkalman ba. Wahid Mutakallim.
Wahid Muzakkar Ghaib. Now, what else? See, I'm writing for you. So in the meantime, you write this. Khalaqa, yes. Kha. Khalaqakum. Khalaqa. Very good. Say it.
this is the verb. Wahid Muzakkar, Wahid
Fa kalima is kha.
Kalima, Fa Kalima, Ain Kalima Lam, Lam Kalima Ka,
Qaf.
Maksudnya.
Yep. And what else? Quickly, inshallah, you need to finish very quickly. So, ja'ala, yes, okay. Ja'ala, okay. Ja'ala lakumul awda. Yep. Firasha, yes, say.
Fa Kalima Jin,
Yep.
Ain Kalima
is Ayn.
Lam Ramadan. Malik Muzaffar.
Right.
Maftuh.
Maftuhul Ayn. Yep. 2 to go. Is it only 10 or more, many? Only 2 to go. Yep. Okay, from the sisters. Okay. فلا تجعلوا لله أندادا. Anything else? Because Jala is already there. Okay, akhrajat is fine, but we didn't teach you this bab. This is bab if'al. This is sulasi mazid. Okay, we can take it. What else? Anything else?
What is the Rubihat?
Rabihat, yes, you can say. Kama Rabihat, yes, Rabihat. Just a simple one. Rabihat, yep. Very good. Five months, right, Rabihat. You have done, you know, in the book, Rabihat. Rabihu, Rabihat, and then Rabihat, just the one. Okay. The 10th one, complete this. Ruziqu, that's good. But this is a passive voice. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'll take this one. But we didn't teach you passive voice here. Okay, Ru, Z. Ruziqu, yep. Jama Muzakkar Ghaib. Okay, that's good. Alhamdulillah. Okay. If you did not finish writing, just please copy them or photo it. So then we go to the next. You don't want to take them for writing here at the moment. Then you can write down later on. You finish this fine, otherwise you can copy. ये फोटो ले लें इसका अगर आपको लिखने में वक्त लग रहा है तो. Then you write down, but you have to write down. It's very important for you to get the practice. Done? Okay, now, Bismillah ar-Rahman. Now we are going to learn about Jumla Fa'liya. You have done before Jumla Ismiya? And who is going to just say to me quickly about Jumla Ismiya? Yes, बताइए. Subject and predicate. No, subject. Yes, subject is called Mubtada. Predicate is called Khabar. Yep. And Jumla Ismiya start with the isim. Like Zaidun Alimun. Okay. Jumla Fa'liya basically start with the fail. That's the Jumla Fa'liya. Okay, the sentence which starts with a verb with a fail is called verbal sentence, Jumla Fa'liya. So you can see the examples in the book. Ata amrullah. So Jumla start with the verb. Start with verb. Ata. Khalaqallahu samawati wal arda. To start Jumla with khalaqa. And the third example you can see here, Arsalna Musa. So Arsalna, start with the verb. Ba'atallahu Rasula, start with Basatallahu Rizqa, start with verb. You can, I highlight it for you. Ata, khalaqa, arsalna, ba'atha, basata. See all of them start with the verb. So these are the Jumla failure. Clear to everyone so far? Okay, now who is going to say it to me? Okay, any of you.
Components of verbal sentence. There are four basic components of a verbal sentence. Number one, verb. Two, subject.
Okay, so when you make the jumla failure, so we have to know number one, because jumla starts with the verb. Number one, verb. Number two, subject. Verb is called fa'il. Subject is called fa'il. Is here on the column here? It will come to you. And third is object. It's called maf'ul. Maf'ul. Okay. Four is associated words. So helping verb, like a proof jarra, for example. Okay.
The verb describes what action is performed. Subject describes who performed the action. Object describes on whom action is performed.
Okay. Upon, basically upon whom. So any act happen upon someone, that someone will be maf'ul. Yep.
And the associated words describe further details about conditions under which the action is performed.
Yep. For example, Daraba Zaidun Amran bil asa. Daraba is fa'il, Zaidun fa'il, Amran in ba, see the B preposition, harf jar here, bil asa, with stick. Zaid hit Amr with stick. Bil hajar, with a stone. Okay? So it depends. So see the further explanation. We go for that. Sometimes sentence complete fail and file in the sheet. Don't go to the maf'ul. Sometimes fail needs maf'ul. And for the maf'ul, inshallah, that will come after. Sometimes we put one maf'ul, sometimes two maf'ul, sometimes three maf'uls, depends. Okay.
The object and associated words are not the essential part of a verbal sentence, while the verb and the subject are essential parts of the verbal sentence.
Okay. There's essential parts. And otherwise, without the subject, jumla can't be completed.
And we bracket the details about the associated words will come later.
Okay.
For the above examples, following chart shows the verb, subject, and object.
Okay, now you can see the column here. The first one in the book, the example was Ata Amrullah. Ata Amrullah. So Ata is a fa'il. Okay, and Amrullahi is fa'il. Is fa'il. So fa'il yani subject. So Amr is mudaf, Allah mudaf ilayh. Mudaf ilayh become is the fa'il of Ata. So the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came. So the order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came, there is no need any maf'ul. So we understand there very clearly. So there is no need for any maf'ul here. And sentence is completed 100%. We understand the meaning of it. Ata Amrullah. Order of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala came. Yes, you understand? There is no need to go further. Now, second example is khalaqa. So khalaqa is fa'il. Allahu is fa'il. Allah is the creator. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. So Allahu is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala creator. So he created what? Now khalaqa Allah, then you think, oh, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created? You can say Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created the heavens, the earth, or you want to say any object. Khalaqakum, he created you. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator. So he created you. He created, you can say anything. So basically, we have to add after khalaqa, yani after the subject, object. Okay. Number 3 sentence. Arsalna. So arsalna is jama mutakallim. So we have sent. We have sent Musa. So basically, the fa'il of arsalna is implicit inside arsalna, which is now indicating nahnu. And Musa is object. Now, this ba'athallahu. Ba'atha means sent, fa'il. Allahu is fa'il. Who sent? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent. Whom? Rasulah. See? So Allah sent, if you say Allah sent, of course you have to think what? Yani, what is the subject of it? Then say Rasul. Messenger. Got it? Basatallahu and then ar-rizqa. So basata is Allahu ar-rizqa. See, we need to say, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala spread, for example, what? Say ar-rizq. Clear to everyone? So, jumla failure. So, jumla failure, when you make jumla failure, so you need verb and then you need subject, and sometimes we need object, and sometimes we need preposition or helping verb as well. It depends. Okay, now go to some rules.
Rule. In the verbal sentence, usually, with some exceptions, the verb comes first, then subject, then object, then associated words.
Okay, so this usually that's the ruling. The sequence is like this: fail, file, maf'ul, and associated word or prepositions. Okay.
Rule. The subject is always marfu.
Yes, very, very important. You must know that fa'il, which is subject, always be marfu, rafa case. And if you do mistake, if you put the fatha or fathatain on fa'il, meaning will change. Fa'il will be then object. But you mean subject, but what happened? But you're saying object, opposite. For example, you mean that Zaid hit Amr. Zaid hit Amr. So you have to make sure that when you testify, if the judge, for example, asking you in the testimony as a witness, now you are saying that yes, I have seen that Zaid hit Amr, for example. Or Zaid killed Amr. I see in my own eyes, for example. So Qatala Zaidun Amran, for example. So you mean this. You're testifying this way. But you say Qatala Zaidan, instead of Zaidun. So means that Zaid did not kill. Zaid was killed. Okay? So see, now you make subject as the object. So you have to be careful. If it is a subject file, then file has to be marfu. That's why I said to you, if you remember earlier, that sometimes, if you do mistake in Arab, that will lead us now towards kufr. Remember that? It's very important that we cannot make the mistake in subject or object. If subject, so subject has to be marfu. If object, object has to be marfu. And if you make a mistake or put the rafa on object, object will be then subject. So the whole scenario will change. So you went to the court, but the whole scenario changed. So whole drama सारा का सारा जो है ना अजीब चीज बन जाएगी. अब आप तो कहते हैं बताने के लिए ज़ैद ने कत्ल के उल्टा करा दिया आपने. तो और केस जो है ना upside down now. Okay, so very important is we must know the subject. If you know the subject, then we have to make sure the subject we have to put the rafa on. Khatam Allahu ala qulubi, for example. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala seals. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is that one who did this. Khalaq Allahu samawati wal arda. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the creator. He created what? As-samawati wal arda. Put it? Nauzubillah, nauzubillah, nauzubillah. Thousands and thousands of nauzubillah. If you say al-ardu, then you put the fatah on Allah. Astaghfirullah. See? The mistake, this mistake will take people to the kufr. Nauzubillah min zalik. The earth created Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. See? So very dangerous. So very, very dangerous. It's the kufr, as I said to you. We must understand this. When you make jumla failure, if subject must be marfu. Okay. Rule number 3.
Rule number 3 is the object is always marfu.
Okay, we have to make sure if it is object then has to be mansub, nasbi case. If you make mistake here, all the scenario will change then. Okay.
The next rule is if subject is feminine, then the sukoon of final ta of the verb is replaced by kasra. The rule applies only if the plural is regular. There are many variations when the plural is irregular, which will be covered later.
Okay, so okay, inshallah, we'll talk after, inshallah. Okay. Good. Following.
Following examples depict all the above rules. Try to apply each rule to these examples.
Okay, now here see. فَعَصَى فِرْعَوْنُ الرَّسُولَ. عَصَى is fail. فِرْعَوْنُ الرَّسُولَ سَأَلَ سَائِلٌ بِعَذَابٍ وَاقِعٍ. سَأَلَ is سَائِلٌ فاعل. دخل معه السجن فتيان. No, yes. دخل is which one is fa'il? No. Not the test for you. You have to go back somewhere and then try. I think some of the sister can say. The khala is failed, is confirmed 100%, no problem.
After here, they are 5. Yeah, they are 2.
Which one is 5?
Five is five. Is five?
Sorry?
I don't know.
This one is 5.
Yes, Fatayani. Fatayani is 5. Okay. If you say Fatayani, for example, what will happen then?
And then they are maf'ul.
There will be maf'ul, nasbi case. So alif and nun kasra in raf'i case. That's why we know that dakhala fatayani ma'ahu sijna basically. Okay, but dakhala ma'ahu sijna fatayan. So dakhala failed fatayani, 2 young men. So these 2, so this fa'il. So 2 people entered. 2 people entered. So, and this fatayani is fa'il. So who entered? These two people. And if fatayaini, for example, so he entered onto these people. There will be maful then. So very important. So we have to say fatayan. What last one, the mean there, you have to say this one like this. Okay. Sajadal malaikatu kulluhum ajma'un.
Sajada, faith, malaika, fire, kulluhum ajma'un.
Don't worry about this, I didn't teach you yet. Ja'a ikhwatu Yusuf, ja'a.
Faith, equal to fire, and Yusuf, they came to Yusuf, so Yusuf is Mahfud. Yusuf. Oh, sorry, what to Yusuf? Brothers of Yusuf.
So say ikhwatu Yusuf mudaf mudaf ilayh become fa'il of ja'a. Sajadatil binta ni. Okay, sajadat is and al bintani
Fire.
fa'il. How do you know this is fa'il? Because of
Because
alif and nun kasra.
But who actually?
And you see the sajadat, and then of course there is alif lam. After that, the two sukun together. So what we need to do? We need to put the kasra on ta kalima to join it, to join that one. Okay. So sajadatil was sajadat. Now because the alif lam after that, so two sukun are there, cannot pronounce them. So that's why we put that sukun on ta kalima or on ta letter. Okay, and then same thing here. Sajadatin nisa, same ruling here. Sajadat is
Faith,
anisau
fire.
5. Okay, now go to the next.
To pronounce as subject and not as object. Rule: when a pronoun occurs as a subject, fa'il, usually there is no need to write it explicitly. All the pronouns are usually implicit in the conjugation of the verb.
Okay, it depends. Okay, basically, if you let's say daraba, and there is no subject written clearly. So daraba, this means there is a file, of course. Fail needs the file anyway. So sometimes we explain like the Zaid, Amr, Bakr, anything, or we do not explain, just we say daraba. This means the file is there, which is hidden, which is inside, implicit there, which is huwa. Daraba, file is there, file is in daraba, say. Hidden. And what is that in daraba? Tasniya. Say the file. In daraba, without stretching ba, file is huwa. In daraba, file is huma, say it. In darabu, file is in darabat, darabata, darabna, darabta, anta, darabtuma, antuma, darabtum, darabti, darabtuma, darabtu, darabtunna, antunna, darabtu, darabna, nahnu. See, that's implicit. It's in it. It's in it. Okay.
When a pronoun occurs as subject or value, then Number one, if the subject is an implicit pronoun, then the object pronoun comes in the usual order, as in after the conjugated verb.
Okay. Yep.
Number two, if the subject is explicit, then the object pronoun comes before the subject.
Yes, you said the damir munfasila, no? The first one is damir muttasila. Okay, which is implicit there. As I said, daraba huwa, daraba huma, darabu hum. Okay, till end. Now second one. Yep.
If the subject is explicit,
Munfasil. It's separate.
then the object pronoun comes before the subject, as opposed to the usual order where the object is after the subject and is written joined with the verb.
Okay. Like iyaka, iyakuma, iyakum. This is the object we are writing separately. So dhamir munfasil. Okay. Or if it is the case of what you call maf'ul, muttasil, if muttasil, and then that will be like a daraba hu, daraba huma, daraba hum. They join. Got it? If munfasil separately, then you say iyaka, iyakuma, iyakum, like this.
Now, remember that the pronouns and object must be mansub. You may want to revise the pronouns in mansub.
Yep.
Examples.
See now, wajadnahum. Wajadnahum. So we have found them. So this hum is maf'ul. Akhadtu, see here. Who is maf'ul. Darabna ala, no sorry, darabani ala sadri. So ya, this ya, see the ya is maf'ul. So daraba fa'il and huwa fa'il. Katabahu al-ustazu. Who is? No. Maf'ul. Ustazu is fa'il. Sharibahar rajulu. Ha.
Yeah. He is
Maf'ul, yes. Ar-rajulu is fa'il, yes. Sharibahar rajulu. Yep.
Comparison of nominative and verbal sentences. Recall that the nominative sentence is the sentence which begins with a noun, while the verbal sentence begins with a verb. This is the only criterion to determine whether a sentence is nominative or verbal. It may be the case that nominative sentence contains a verb and describes any action being performed. Following table shows that for the same sentence, we can construct a nominative sentence and a verbal sentence.
Yep. See, we can see from here. Okay. Say then I will explain.
In all these sentences, identify subject and
Mubtada
and predicate covered in the nominative sentences and verb clearly, subject, fa'il, and object and maf'ul in the verbal sentence.
Okay, now see here the jumla ismiya, jumla fi'l. You can compare. Let's say start with jumla ismiya. So jumla ismiya start with the isim. Clear? So al-muslimu is the isim or fi'l? Isim. So this is jumla ismiya. So al-muslimu mubtada Fatahal ba, not babu, okay? Bab one opened himself. Someone opened the bab. Bab means door. So Muslim opened the door. So fataha is fail, and file is Muslim, which is huwa, and al-baba is maf'ul. Got it? So al-Muslimu mubtada and fatah al-baba, we put the fail after, put the subject before. When put the subject before, this means jumla ismiya. Got it? Because jumla start with the isim, with the subject. Got it? And just compare the other one, jumla failure. See on the screen, this fataha we put at the beginning. So fataha al-Muslimu al-baba. So which what sentence is now? Failure. Because jumla start with the fail. So fatahal Muslimu al-baba. Understand? So now you can play like this. If you see that any sentence, there is a fail, so you have the option. You can make jumla ismiya. So what you do? You put the file before verb, make it jumla ismiya. And if you put the fail before, file after, that's jumla failure. Let's say khalaqa samawa Allahu khalaqa samawati wal arda, for example. Allahu khalaqa samawati wal arda. What sentence is this? Jumla ismiya. Allahu before, at the beginning. Allahu khalaqa samawati wal arda. This is jumla ismiya. Why? Because Allahu subject is upfront. Now you say khalaqallahu as-samawati wal arda. You put the khalaqa before Allahu. So what sentence is this now? Failure. Why? Because khalaqa is upfront at the beginning. Clear? So if you understand this concept, now you can see all of the examples. Clear? Or not? Khatama Allahu ala qulubihim. That's the ayah. It's a jumla failure. If you make jumla ismiya, how you make it? Khatama ala qulubihim. Just for the grammar wise. Of course, with the Quran can't play. I'm saying this, that so this if there is no Quranic verse, just you want to make jumla ismiya, jumla failure, how you make it? Got it? Dhahaba Zaidun. Okay, Zaid left. What sentence is this?
Failure.
Zaidun zahaba. Jumla ismiya. So you understand this? Akala Abdullahi al-lahma.
Failure.
Jumla failure. And Abdullahi akala al-lahma. Ismiya. Nama Ubaidur Rahman fil bayti. Failure. Abdur Rahman nama fil bayt. Easy? You can play like this. And then mashallah vocabularies. And then this one. Okay, I give to you 10-minute break and then I'll come back. Then inshallah ta'ala we do activities inshallah ta'ala.